Well, hello and welcome to Stamford Bridge, where it's going to be a rant again, folks, because Liverpool, for the third time in a week, have fallen to defeat. And to be fair, I think it was deserved. It was deserved certainly last Saturday at Crystal Palace. It was deserved at Galatasaray in Istanbul on Tuesday, and it was probably deserved today. It was a little bit marginally better by Liverpool, but still. What worried me more today was the attack. It just looked toothless. Mo Salah, a shadow of his former self. What was it? 33 goals, 24 assists, or something like that. 57-ish goal involvements last season. It's 3 goals and 3 assists so far this season, which, you know, they're not absolutely catastrophic numbers, but by his standards, they are. I feel very harsh actually singling out Salah because this is not his fault. But when the talisman isn't firing, as he is not, who is there to step up and grab the game by the scruff of its neck and win it for Liverpool? Alexander Isak got his assist today, fair enough, alright, but he looks miles off the pace, and I think the road to full fitness and match sharpness, whatever, is a bit longer than we thought it would be for Isak, because he didn't affect the game in the way that I would have wanted it to today. And the same probably can be said about Florian Wirtz, obviously coming off the bench. What did he do, really, apart from give the ball away cheaply a number of times? And obviously Cody Gakpo got his goal, but other than that, did the Dutchman do enough really to justify his continued selection in the team? Well, obviously there were some nice moments, and he had the beating of Malo Gusto a couple of times in the second half, and Reece James, if he was over there. But overall, Liverpool did not do enough to win this game, and 1-1 probably, you would have, at full time, you would have said, yeah, fair enough, that was a fair result. But Chelsea were brave, whereas Arne Slot threw on Wataru Endo to see out the draw, and, you know, we can debate that all you like, because if they did see out the draw and at the end of the season it looked like a good draw, then you can say, okay, fair enough, Arne. But as he threw on Endo to see out the draw, Maresca waved his team up the pitch. He was throwing on attackers left, right and centre, and one of them, Esteval Willian, brilliant cameo by the way from Esteval, scored the winning goal. And, you know, I think it's fair to say Chelsea probably did just edge it in terms of chances. You know, Enzo Fernandez hit the post as well, and Chelsea probably did deserve to win for being brave and going for it, where Liverpool looked tired really towards the end. Now, I think in the first 2 or 3 minutes of this video I've been lambasting the attackers. Is that really fair? I'm not sure. I can see Cody Gakpo speaking on Sky as we speak. Again, lambasting the attackers is probably not fair, but last season Liverpool would have gone on and won this game. They would have put a chance away. Salah had 2 or 3 chances over there that he just put into the shed end. Szoboszlai pulled one wide. I think Ekitike might have had one as well. I thought Ekitike came on too late, to be fair. Maybe he's not fully fit, I don't know. But he's been brilliant. He was absolutely brilliant in Istanbul on Tuesday, I thought. Not absolutely brilliant, that's wrong, but he was Liverpool's best attacker. And I just thought Isak, although he got the assist, was fading. Why on earth was Federico Chiesa not on the pitch? I have no idea. Why doesn't Arne Slot trust Chiesa? I obviously don't think Chiesa deserved any more than the meagre amount of minutes that he played last season. But this season he's come off the bench and won the game against Bournemouth. He's come off the bench last week, nearly salvaged the point that would have been very undeserving at Palace last weekend. Obviously Palace went down the other end and scored, and Chiesa's impacted every game. So why isn't he come on? Why doesn't he come on? Why is he, when he is coming on, why is he coming on in the 88th minute of games? And today, why is he not coming on at all? So I think you can criticise Slot substitutions today. Normally last season we were saying, wow, Slot substitutions, but today I'm not sure that Endo was the man. But, you know, it's a game of hindsight, isn't it? If Liverpool see out the 1-1, and maybe considering they were a bit under the cosh, everyone could have said, yeah, you know, fair enough, especially in the grand scheme of things, rather than through the prism of just this week where it's been poor for Liverpool. But defensively they were a little bit better, but Chelsea did create quite a few chances late on in the second half. They got in behind Liverpool too easily. Conor Bradley had a tough first half. against Alejandro Garnacho. There was obviously the penalty incident. It wasn't a penalty, definitely, but you know, Garnacho got the wrong side of him, and it could have easily been a penalty. Could have easily led to a penalty offence, let's say, or a foul. Virgil van Dijk wasn't perfect. Canate a little bit better, but still shaky. Kirkes was poor again. Robertson made some nice jolting runs down here in the second half, but defensively he was poor. He looked injured. Ibrahim Canate looked like he was grimacing when he came off. Mamardashvili, okay, maybe slightly shaky, but didn't really do too much wrong. Maybe could have caught some of the shots that he parried out for corners, but I don't think you can really poke, you know, discredit Mamardashvili today. Thought he was good, and you know, obviously couldn't do anything about Caicedo's goal or the winner late on. But it's one of those things, isn't it? Really, you look at title defences in the past. You look at Liverpool when they had their title defence five or so years ago. You look at City last season. It's one of them where you think, when everything's going against you, everything is going against you. And I do think that this wasn't a terrible performance. And I do think that if the luck was on the Liverpool side, they would have gone on and seen out a 1-1 or got a 2-1 here. It's just one of them things. In the prism of this week, it just felt destined that Chelsea were going to win, and they did. Is it the right time? Is it a good time for the international break? Well, you can look at it both ways, can't you? You can say, I thought something was about to fall on my head. You can say that maybe it is. It gives Liverpool a chance to reset and, you know, refresh almost, and go away with the international teams, get a bit of confidence, ease up, build some fitness. You know, other players build more fitness. But then you look at it the other way and you think, oh, that's going to be, it's a long 2 weeks when you've just lost, especially when you've lost 3 in a week. And Liverpool and Arne Slot want to be getting back straight away to United next. Now, for all of United's problems, it's never an easy game, that fixture. For all of Ruben Amorim's problems, and you know, they've gone and won today. Should be a win for Liverpool, that game, but I thought that coming down here today. From about 5 minutes in, I changed my mind actually. I thought, you know what, Chelsea are going to get something here. I thought the draw would have been fair, but Chelsea went for it. Liverpool, it's all going wrong at the moment. There's a lot of problems to solve for Arne Slot. I'll do a bit of a deeper dive in the coming days onto what's wrong and how Slot can solve it, what he must do. But overall, we're taking stock. 2 international breaks now. We're in the second international window. Liverpool are 1 point off Arsenal in the title race. Would you have taken that before a ball was kicked? No, maybe, I don't know. It's not a disaster. It's not anything to be completely root and branch reviewed. Not mass panic time. But the last week has been very bruising. The overall performances in the first 10 games have been very subpar compared to last season. The new signings are not performing in the way that they should be, bar probably Ekitike. I think he's been the only one who comes out with any credit of the new signings. You know, Mamardashvili had a good debut, really awesome. But you want a lot more from Florian Wirtz. You want a lot more from Alexander Isak. You want a lot more from the existing players, Mo Salah, Alexis McAllister, Ibrahim Canate. There's so many performances that have not been good across the board for Liverpool, and it's a time to reset, recharge the batteries over the international break. You guys, just try and forget about it. Don't worry too much. It's 1 point off the top. It's not a complete catastrophe, but there are many problems to solve, and I'll try and do a bit of a deeper dive, as I say, looking at some of them problems in the next few days. But have a good weekend all. Liverpool are poor, but hopefully have a slightly better weekend. Have a good one.